He roars, he roams, and he is ravenous. He has a big appetite. He seeks whom he may devour. He wants to destroy your life. Can I tell you, the devil is not happy with just a nibble. He wants the whole thing. But he'll start with a nibble. He'll take what he can get. But it's kind of like this. You ever try and force your way into a door, and maybe you fall with your brother and sister? This is the way it was for me. But if I knew that if I could get the door cracked open enough to get my foot in there, I knew I got in. Because they might push on me, but if my foot was there, I was in the door. The devil wants to get his toehold, his foothold, then he wants to get in. Guard yourself. The right attitude, the roaring adversary, the required action. The required action. It says this, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. The required action. We have the right attitude, the roaring adversary, and then the required action. Now I might regret this, but I'm going to ask Mr. Bear himself back there. Come on up. What's your name, brother?
Jared.
Jared. Okay, Jared, come on up. Now, you all know Jared a whole lot better than I do, but I shook his hand the other day, and I came back with like a nub. You know, it's like, oh, man. As big as Jared is, and as big and strong as he is, now I think that if we were fighting, he would whip me. But by way of illustration, I want to show something tonight. Now, Jared, go ahead and take your hands out of your pockets, okay? But just stand there just like that. Now, don't fall over. You can put your feet back there. Now, don't resist me at all. Just stand there. But if I can, I'm a lot smaller than Jared is. But if he lets me, I can push on him, right? Now, Jared, barely resist me, okay? So, barely. I can still push on him. All right, now I'm going to regret, don't hurt me, okay? But Jared, I want you to resist me steadfastly. Now don't hurt me, but you can use your hands, okay? So, that probably wasn't that hard for you, was it? Go ahead and take a seat. Thanks, brother. You're supposed to at least give me a little credit there. Now, we can enjoy the illustration, but that's an illustration of truth, isn't it? Because as big as Jared is, bigger than I am, if he's just standing there like that, I could push him over. Maybe not push him all the way over because he can catch himself, but you get what I'm saying. I can push him backward because he's not resisting me. And then when he resisted me a little bit, it took a little bit more, but I could still push him back. But when he resisted me steadfastly, could I get him anywhere? No. My father-in-law is a jail chaplain in Howard County in Indiana, and he was using that same illustration. But he had one of the inmates come up, and they saw that on the video, like the corrections officers did. And it took like a minute because they resisted, you know. And it took like half a second, 30 seconds before the room was filled with corrections officers because they thought the inmates were ganging up on the chaplain. So I'm glad he was able to diffuse the situation. But understand tonight, what do we see as the required action? We've got to resist steadfastly. Do you know what I found to be true? Resisting steadfastly doesn't happen on accident. Doesn't happen on accident. No one accidentally resists the devil.